Ski. What's up, man?
How you doing? How you doing, player?
We just, you know what I'm saying, we have discussions a lot, so we just decided to record them because we feel as though conscious brothers, we should spread consciousness to the unconscious, the zombies. But do you want to tell them about, you know what I'm saying, what you're doing in college, you know what I'm saying, Syracuse and all that?
Oh yeah, definitely. So well, I think it might have been the day before yesterday, and I was just going through some stuff. I go to a PWI, aka a predominantly white institution, college. I go to Syracuse University. It's in upstate New York, and I was just going through stuff. A lot of ignorance going around campus, even coming from my professors, and it just had me enraged. And sometimes when you go get heated or whatever, you go out and you post stuff, whatever. So my Facebook status was should have went to an HBCU. I'm dying over here. Pray for me, y'all. So y'all see, I was going through some drama, and when I posted that, a lot of people really reached out, and it was great because there was so much like positivity and just so many conscious black people out here, and it just showed me that we don't always have to talk about some ignorance on Facebook and on YouTube, because we already know that World Star Hip Hop and media takeout is just like a lot of real dumb stuff. So it was good to see how we could get into some good positive things and have a great discussion. And one of my issues with the school is just like there's not a lot of black people around, and like it has a decent amount of black people, a good black population, but at the same time, the problem is that it's such a big campus that everybody's so spread out. So like I might have black friends for days, but the reality is that I'm not in class with that many black people. So it's hard being in a class setting and trying to learn and have fun in class a little bit without people who look like me and can't relate to me as well. So that was definitely an issue. And just listening to people say like ignorant comments, and the first thing that really kind of sparked off the day was when my professor said that she saw a guy with a backwards hat on in a parking lot, and she thought that he was going to hit her over the head with a gun. So I mean that was only my second day being in her class, and for her to come out and say something just like that, it really turned me off. And I could have just as easily, after she said that, I could have said, well, you're a blonde female, so I didn't expect you to be qualified to teach this class. But of course, she has to grade my papers for the rest of the semester, so I didn't want to get into that. But just little comments like that kind of irked me. And it doesn't matter if the person who she saw with the backwards hat on was black, yellow, white, purple. It's just the fact that she's profiling people, and there's no telling what she thinks about me or what she thought about me when she saw me in her class, or what she thinks about people of all different colors. So that's just the issue that I go through going to a PWI. So there you go, Wes.
Yeah, and when he said I wish I went to HBCU, I go to HBCU. I'm at Howard, and it's a struggle. We deal with so much triflingness and so much just ridiculous behavior, and not from the professors, not from the students as much, but it's just from the administration. Everything here is cool except the A building. I had a predicament today where I went and I was supposed to go get my refund check, which is pretty much my support while I'm here for college, pretty much this semester and probably for most of this year. So I still haven't gotten all my books, so I'm trying to get all my books, and I went there and to find out that they have my money, but I can't get it because they moved it to a Visa card that nobody knows where this Visa card is. It's not my Visa card. I don't know whose Visa card it is, but they moved it to a place where nobody knows. So I don't have a way to reach my money, and I'm pretty much just stuck for right now because that was the way that I was going to make moves. So we've along today and yesterday we've been kind of discussing that for us as, you know what I'm saying, conscious black men, there is not really a place for us to really go and just chill and get educated and learn. And we were talking about how Ski said pick your poison. You know what I'm saying? He goes through like racism and just ridiculous, like he just said, and I'm going through just this triflingness and it comes with every HBCU, and we're just stuck.
So like, yeah, like they said, you know, it's really just pick your poison. Either you could kind of feel alone a lot in class and at school, and just and not have that many people who can relate to you. And just because you see a black person in class, that doesn't mean that they're gonna, you know, that's gonna be your best buddy, or that doesn't mean that, you know, you guys can get along well, because they might be coming from a totally different situation or whatever. You guys might click or whatnot. So then you can really be alone. And like the really sad thing about like going to a PWI is that like a lot of black people, if they see you in class, they're automatically just gonna come talk to you, or they'll come talk to you after class and be like, "Oh, hey, brother," and they kind of give you that talk. And that's like, it's sad that you have to do that, because they feel alone too. So they're like in class, and you know you're in class to learn, but at the same time, like, you kind of want to have fun. Like that's where you meet your friends. You meet your friends like in residency halls, which are mostly white, and you meet your friends in like, you know, classes that are mostly white. So when they all went to go see this movie, and me and, you know, like the black people or whatever, we went to see that movie, it's kind of hard because like we don't have the same experiences as most of the people in my class. Like, we brought together probably like 100, 120 to 150 business students today, and I counted, there's 4 black people. So when you can count them on like one hand, it's weird, because one, like, you stick out like a sore thumb. Like, people don't, you know, a lot of these people, they don't even have conversations with black people before. So they come at you with like some ignorant stuff. Like, they say stuff like, "Oh, but you're black and you're tall and you don't play basketball." Like, they really think it's okay to say stuff like that. So just stuff like that, it really builds up, and it makes me upset that not as many people can like relate to the situations I'm going through, and you just feel like alone sometimes, because you know, I can go out and I have plenty of friends here already, and you know, we can hang out and we party together and that stuff, but that's where it ends. Once I step inside that classroom, it's really just me, like, and you just get that feeling of like solitude, and it's not a good look. And at the same time, a lot of HBCUs, like, they have their issues too. So it's really hard for a black man to just go out there and get an education. And that had me thinking of like how a lot of black guys go out here and do stuff like sell drugs, or, you know, they don't want to be in class because it's kind of hard. Like, when you don't have a good environment to really do good, and also you're not encouraged to do well, like you don't have a strong support system, then it's really hard. And I feel like a lot of people in my position, you know, they might like drop out of school, or, you know, I was thinking about transferring, you know, and I really wasn't looking at it as like giving up, because I think I'm gonna be successful no matter what. It would just be kind of taking another route and going to a school where people will look like me and probably can relate to me more. But you know, I'll let Larry speak on kind of like the HBCU thing.
Yeah, and I was actually, after today, I was thinking about transferring too, but then I looked at some of these ratios, and I was looking at, you know, the first thing that pops up on the websites are the pictures, and it's just white people, and I was like, damn. Because when I came here to Howard the first day, I felt so welcome, just because it's like your people. But then if I were to go anywhere else, if I were to go to like a PWI, I would feel some culture shock, definitely. But it's like pick your poison is kind of ridiculous, and we know a lot of people that didn't even make it through high school. So it's like to come here in college and see what we're going through, and we're not no weak people. We're not just up here just talking because we're sad about this. This is something that we're trying to change. So when we sit up here and see the this happening to us, if this had happened to the people that can't even make it through high school, how are they even going to make it through college in any type of way? So it's kind of ridiculous to see all these. It's kind of like just burdens that are put onto us black males, and it's like we have to get through it. We are going to get through it. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely going to graduate college. You know what I'm saying? But it's not easy out here at all. And I'm just saying, it's like for us, high school is easy. We went to one of the best high schools in Denver, Colorado, and it was easy. It was kind of diverse. We were still in the AP classes with all the white kids, but it wasn't that bad because we know that we can still come out, and I can still see Ski across the hall coming out of his class.
You know what I'm saying? But like in such a huge campus with 19,000 people over several hundred acres spread apart, it's hard because I could walk all the way back to my dorm from the other side of campus and only see one black person I know. You know what I'm saying? So like it's really not a high school feel at all. And like when you're just surrounded by kind of like a sea of just people who don't look like you and don't dress like you and don't necessarily like listen to the same amount of music, they haven't come to from similar backgrounds, they haven't gone through any of the same experience. They don't know about racism. They don't know about what I go through in class. They go to class and they're chilling. They don't have to worry about stuff like this. They don't have to worry about stuff like this. They don't have to think about like race relationships. I don't know how anybody in my class, felt about the teachers, my professors' remarks, and one of the biggest, and like somebody on the comment section after I posted that, they said, you should have known that at Syracuse, it's white people. And I'm like, yeah, I've heard a lot of white people say some ridiculous stuff, black people as well. I don't want to just slam white people, but when white people say stuff like that, I just assume that a lot of that would go away because, come on now, it's college. It's New York, it's the melting pot, it's college. People are supposed to be, more diverse, more like exposed to different kinds of people and different experiences. But it's still like the same ridiculous, like ignorance and negativity just follows me wherever I go. So, I mean, like, I don't want to make this video long as hell.
Nigga, it's at 12 minutes already.
Yeah,
I wanted to pause it, but it was like niggas just keep going.
Cool, man. We went in, but this is actually a good video. So we could probably put this up, yo.
Yeah.
If you want to, but you got any final remarks?
Just as a HBCU would go, it's like you come here expecting to be surrounded by a people, which you are, but you also expect your people to be on your A game as you are. I came here focused as hell, ready to not only get good grades and party, also mess with some bad girls which are here. But it's like when you see so many, they keep telling me that I'm not going to see half of the dudes that are in my hall next year. So it's like they're kind of, in a way, it's like they're promoting it, but they're telling us not to be like it's going to happen. So it's like we're around so much like failure, but it's like it's so bad when you see these guys that come here and you expect everybody to be on their A game like you are, and it's not. It also makes you wanna kind of drop out. But other than that, you know what I'm saying, I don't got nothing else to say. We went in as we do.
All right.
So that's the end of that one.
That's what you do.